that's some fucked up shit. Shouldn't just hang.
The whole time?
The whole show. Even if I had to come in with a clipboard and say pictures I'm not using or whatever.
We gon' be alright. Yep. Do you feel me? No, I thought you mean y'all hot. Like
How
you
big
ready?
this girl's mouth.
Nah, I ain't hot. Not real. What
It's
is
real,
this?
man. It's
This is
real.
Genesis book.
Yeah, she on. Hey! What? Oh!
And
See,
we
that's-
chilling. Oh, okay. Well,
That's what happens when we get taken away. Nah, but welcome to the F Effect. Thank you for joining us on this lovely Tuesday. If you don't know who I am by now, I am your lovely co-host Sade, and of course you have.
It's me, the one and only HILARi. I'm such a singing little bird. Don't I put everything in the song?
HILARi, you are the beatbox. No, listen, I keep telling her, like, if I ever needed a lifeline because someone was like, name that song, I'm calling you.
Call me.
I'm calling you, hands down.
What's up, though? What up, though? Happy Tuesday.
What it do, boo?
You know, it's Tuesday. Going up on a Tuesday.
It is.
Yeah, you know, I've seen, today was a good day. You know, I've seen.
Why was it a great day?
I didn't say it was a great day.
Why was it a
Today
good day?
was a good day, y'all. It was a great day overall, but yeah,
Okay.
did some stuff today that.
Did you? Did you? And obviously you did some stuff that's making you feel a little remorseful or saddened because now you got to bring out your KC gear. We've been taping all year, and now she got a KC hat on the table.
Folks, if you
Now
don't
she got a
remember, I had to
KC hat on
remind
the
y'all
table.
a few weeks ago I came in here Chiefs down. This was just to bring it back home in case anyone ever forgot or needed a reminder.
Oh, why did you feel like you needed a reminder?
Y'all, today, listen, first of all, shout out to football. Today was the first day that all teams went to practice with full pads. And unfortunately, I had to be someplace I really didn't want to be, but I wanted to be because it was a great atmosphere and a great place to be.
No, let her.
You talk about it.
Let her keep telling you.
You talk about it. I don't
that
talk about
story.
it. You tell them where we went.
Yes. Well, ask me the question, Hillary.
Where'd you go today, Charlotte?
Oh my gosh, it took you forever. Man, today was a great day. We had the pleasure to enjoy the Broncos training camp. And I brought some evidence with me, right?
Evidence?
No, because you tried to make it seem like it wasn't enjoyable, but y'all.
That's not what I said.
Can y'all run the clip? I got a video. I got some pictures.
Yeah, video. Oh my goodness.
Of just
gracious.
what my Tuesday was like with the Broncos.
My goodness. Are we really about to watch this? Is that what's about to happen?
Yeah, I think that's what's happening here. I think that's what...
Yes, nothing. Folks, so what happened is, yes, we went to a training camp. Yes, it was decent. I'll let you talk about it. I saw some things that excited me. Yeah, as being a Chiefs fan. I saw some slacking. I said it. I saw a little slacking out there.
Man, just because you might have seen Drew Lock overthrow a ball or two does not mean you've seen any slacking.
Or two.
A ball. I mean, look, Teddy Bridgewater won the quarterback competition today.
Yeah, Teddy
and all, and so it's even. It's 3-3.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know what my gut is telling me? Teddy got the job.
You think?
Teddy got it.
I feel like they were putting Drew in a lot of those games and a lot of those plays. And again, maybe this today's Drew's day. Like, because I kept saying, well, Drew's not he's not really making a lot of connections. And I felt like when Teddy got up and, made some plays, I was like, okay, but I'm with you. I think he was the better man today and what I saw, the glimpse I took a look at.
Drew Lock is not consistent as I need him to be. Yeah. I've seen his inconsistencies last year, the year before, and I'm like, at this point of time, if you can't be consistent, what are we doing here?
Totally understand.
We gotta change it up. Gotta change it up. And hopefully we just build around like Teddy and make him feel comfortable. Yeah. This is gonna be a little, if it is him. Denver might not be ready for a black quarterback here. I don't know. We are. We say we are on paper. We say we are.
That's true. But didn't John Elway leave out? So now y'all got a little bit more.
Well, John Elway is still around. Oh. He's just not making those types of calls anymore.
But other than that, like, I saw some good stuff. Again, it's just training camp. They didn't do a lot, but a lot of the plays they ran, I felt like you guys had some rookies out there trying to shine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I enjoyed it, folks. Listen.
She did.
Let's be clear. I'm a fan of the game. And so...
She was over there looking at Bronco memorabilia.
She don't knock it off.
No, I have evidence. You picked up a hat. She almost tried on the Broncos bucket hat. It was crazy, y'all. And I caught her. She tried to throw the hat. She tried to throw the hat away. And I'm like, what is going on over here? You secret closet Bronco lover? Closet freak for the Broncos.
All right, Nash. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is.
All right. I'll stop.
But no, it was a good time. For me, I felt like I got to see a little sneak peek, what we gonna take care of easily. But it was cool. It was a good event, I wish I was in Kansas, but I wasn't. But let's talk about what happened with the Kansas City Chiefs. What's happening there?
What's going on?
Again, I don't want to pin. No, listen, because here's the thing. When you go back to a Super Bowl, right, and you don't win that back-to-back, you're always going to hear this. Nobody ever remember the first one. They just remember the back-to-back and what happened there, right? And I get it. It's more in the recent time. But I need you not to forget.
Are you referencing the Broncos' back-to-back Super Bowl win?
Please. Okay. I'm talking about the Kansas City Chiefs and our unfortunate back-to-back Super Bowl appearance, but not win. Okay. And so you always stagger. You always stay on that non-win, right? Forgetting that we did just win the Super Bowl 2 years ago. But whatever, I say that to say we the team to look out for. At the end of the day, like, you can say what you want to say. You can do what you want to do. The Chiefs are still the team you want to be.
Well, according to NFL.com, the NFL power rankings are number 1, Tampa Bay, number 2, KC, number 3, Buffalo Bills, number 4, Green Bay, number 5, Baltimore Ravens, and number 6, who we just allowed to creep in there,
the
Cleveland Browns. So not to steal your thunder over there.
I thought you just proved my
Not to
point.
steal.
We
I
was
mean,
right. We was right.
You're
we
right there.
there.
I
We
like
right there.
what
you
you
got
said.
the Super Bowl chips. And
There's
you got
right, and then there's there. Y'all, you know, you was almost. Y'all was there.
To say,
Okay.
everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. Our offense is looking good. Our O-line is looking good. You know, defense is stepping up. I do want to bring highlight to a young man. They said it's bound to have like just this breakout season. They feel like he's a standout right now.
Okay.
You heard it here first. Linebacker Willie Gay Jr.
Okay.
What did you laugh for? Like,
Hey, Willie.
Willie. See, you gonna get us canceled, dog. Quick.
I said, no, I just said, hey, Willie. I just said, hey, Willie. No. Get your head out of the gutter. You see this?
I say Willie
You see
Gay
cancel
Jr. You
culture?
gonna say, hey,
He trying to
Willie.
cancel me on something that I just said, hey, Willie, because his name was Willie. Don't cancel me. Don't cancel me.
Why you gotta say, hey,
Don't cancel
Willie?
me, B.
Anywho, Willie Gay Jr. is going to be, they're predicting he's going to have a standout for the Chiefs. Again, he's a linebacker. They said, you know, Mahomes is dishing those no-lookers in practice, and Willie's still making plays off of it. So he is a second year. So this is his second season with us. Last year, he said he just didn't really feel like he was connecting the plays and the scheme. You know, I think he was looking more to try and read Mahomes instead of being out there and playing in his fullness. Yeah, being present. That's
present.
Right. And so now he is. So I'm really, really looking forward to seeing him this season. But, you know, other than that, again, we the team, pay attention. It's just we going to do what is expected of us. And that's to be a top tier team. And then in other news, you know, Patrick Mahomes is just becoming more at one with Kansas City, which I'm so pleased. No, because when you see a player of your team really investing, and by investing I mean, so he was already bought in some ownership to the Kansas City Royals, which is our professional baseball team. But just recently, he brought into our MLS team, which is Sporting KC. We won the MLS Cup back in 2013. So recently.
What is it? MLS.
Don't try and hate on our soccer team. Don't do it. We out here. And we got a nice little soccer team. Currently, we're number 2. Who knew? Don't hate me because I'm cultured in all sports, especially all things Kansas City. So shout out to Patrick Mahomes just becoming a part owner of our professional soccer team. His lady is actually part owner of the Kansas City women's soccer team. So, you know, I just like to see that. They're grounding themselves in Kansas City, which means he's going to be around for a long time.
It's gonna be around, y'all. It's gonna be around. I heard it. Heard it here. Yeah, but be on the lookout for those. What did you call them? Those no look passes. Because he's lethal. I will give it to him. He's the only person that I've seen who executes that.
He's nice.
He be running left, then right, and then fall down and throw the fucking ball, and then someone catches it and it's right. I don't understand. I don't understand.
That's how players play. So yeah, that's pretty much it. What else is happening in the football world?
Man. Well, so man, there was a full-on brawl.
I heard about this. You was telling me, but tell me more in detail. Brawl.
Oh my gosh. Who was it?
New York? It was the Giants, right?
Yep. New York Giants had a full-on team brawl. I just want to, like, how does that happen? Like, full-on quarterback underneath the pile, fighting.
Wow. Like it got down. Yeah, you know, egos. Sports is competitive, and there's still egos there, whether you're on my team or not. But I also like it a little bit. I like it. I know it's a little raw, like you said, a little raunchy, but I like it. It shows a little bit of something. It shows like, we in this. These men is trying to take it serious. Like, You know, every now and then you gotta do.
But don't you, as a team, aren't you supposed to like be gelling? Like, ain't there supposed to be like this brotherhood? Like, no, we ain't gonna do that here. We gonna save it.
But every now
for
and
the
then,
next
you and
guy.
your brother gotta go. Every now and then, you just gotta knock it, get it out, and be done with it. Then we just gotta clear the air, and if that means we gotta have a little tit for tat, and then I believe this will make them stronger. I believe after this fight, they gonna come on. You remember the Titans? You remember the Titans when they had that whole scuffle? And he walked into the ocean or walked into a little lake or walked into some little space, and it was like, y'all got to pull it together. So, again, not knowing the details, I hopes and my thoughts is like, sometimes men folk got to do man folk things. And so
I'm going to tell you that they felt the repercussions of that fight because the coach, Joe Judge, laid it down on him.
Ooh.
Almost like that. I guess like one of the players was like, dang, I almost felt like I was back in high school because he was making us do everything and then just cussing us out. Like, so I'm sure they had, a few of them was earling. But when it's that just brutal. Run it again. Get on the ground.
Growing pains. This is growing pains.
So, I just thought that was, it tickled me a little bit. Like, grown men is really fighting like this?
Yeah, I could see it.
They're really fighting like that.
I could see it. Oh, yeah. That's unfortunate. You said that they were on a pile.
Yeah, the quarterback was at the bottom of the pile because he was banging too. Everybody was going.
QB all the way.
Everybody.
That's injury waiting to happen.
And who just got injured? How do you protect quarterbacks? Preseason. I'm talking about
he's soft though. You talking about Carson Wentz?
I'm talking about Carson Wentz. She's out. What? I thought when it first came, him being injured, that he was out indefinitely, and Carson Wentz went to Indianapolis.
Right.
Remember, he took over the starting position for the Colts. One because Andrew Luck retired.
Yep.
And then now.
He's there, yeah. And I thought I saw something that said he looked at his foot today or whatever the injury is, and it's really not going to take him out. But I can't keep up. I feel this guy's so fragile. He's been in and out. I mean, Nicholas Foles is over there. That would be his backup. So I can't keep up. That's when I was like, are you talking about Carson Wentz? Because I did hear a bit about that injury. And I'm like, again? I feel like he's always in and out. We haven't seen one good full year. And they also tried to say this was an injury that happened back in college that he just hasn't fully
recovered from.
Yeah.
At least it ain't turf toe.
See, y'all.
No.
I'll be trying to keep my cool until the shots go. What are you trying to say?
I'm not saying
are you saying that turf toe is not a real thing?
No, I'm just saying, your quarterback got a little soft toe. Tiptoeing around. Let him
turf
let
toe
you
is a
tell
real
it.
thing.
That's the reason why y'all lost Super Bowl. But okay, because it's turf toe. No, but it was ain't turf toe.
It was a combination of many things, including Patrick Mahomes having turf toe, but he's good. Thank you for asking and bringing that up. Don't try it. Don't try it. Don't try it. What else is going on in the sports world? Olympics is still going. Now, a story we talked about last week. Simone Biles. We changed a little bit. I think we were very, very pro. So Simone Biles is a USA women's gymnastic representative. She's amazing. She's like this phenomenal athlete in the world. And last show we talked about her needing to take a moment.
Yeah,
so
her mental health.
And so she stopped in the middle of a competition, withdrew herself, and was going to decide if she wanted to continue on in the remaining Olympic competitions. And so I thought that she was going to pull out because I saw okay, she set this next one out. Okay, she's done, right? I saw her cheering and everything.
And you felt like people were hard on her.
I feel like people were extremely hard on her.
I did too.
I feel like people were extremely hard on her. And then she decided to compete.
How do you feel like that as an athlete? Because we spoke to an athlete who was also a coach, a referee, and he said that is BS. That as an athlete, you don't get to go in and then decide, oh well, I'm not gonna do it now, and then and then I'm gonna come back. That's almost like Michael Jordan saying, "Listen, I ain't feeling well the first half. maybe first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, but then I'm going to come back in fourth quarter. It does not work like that.
100.
It does not.
100.
And so I felt him in that area. And then I got to thinking about, like, don't athletes prepare their minds and mental, like, for in this way? Because you are an athlete, so you do things differently. You know, I want to give some grace.
If they're properly taking care of themselves. If you're just focused on just the athletic part of your life, then yeah. And that was what, you know, the person we spoke to, he said, like, she shot out. She get big ups for personal, right? Mm-hmm. But the athlete in her should not have just said, okay, I want to take a break. Because that's really what happened. You took a break. You didn't say, I'm done. You took a break through these parts, through these, trials or whatever. And then you came back at the end, like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and compete now. And I think, what did you say,
Well, I mean, there's some news that came out that her auntie died. And, you know, the question for me was like, when before, in the middle, on the beam, after?
Death is hard. You know, death is hard. Death is hard. So it could be something that,
I get it.
That maybe
you let us know. I get it.
Like, it could have took her out a little bit. It could have took her off her game. And I guess the question is, like, if you're not focused mentally, is she putting her body and herself more at risk?
Okay,
if
so
she
that
hurts
just changes.
herself,
that just changes overnight. You just focused. Mental health is not an issue in 24, 48 hours.
Nah, I don't think that's what it is. I think maybe it's still an issue, but unfortunately, that at that time, it really, really takes a hold of her. Like, yeah, I think you can have some issues, and in 24 hours, you can talk, you can journal, you can go breathe, you can go eat something different, you can talk to family, and sometimes that may boost you right then and there, right? Yeah. Or you could have days, and we're just thinking on a part of, like, if she's depressed or if it's something. It could be anything. It could be she wasn't. I just feel like
just out of it.
Yeah, she has to have that moment. But I totally understand, as an athlete, you do sign up and you say, like, I am going to compete and I am going to finish this race. And if I don't, what your man say? You're a quitter. And I didn't think of it like that. He straight up said she's a quitter.
You're a quitter.
She's a quitter, and I'm like, damn, is she really a quitter? And it's like, well, she did stop. And she quit at that moment because it got too hard from her instead of at least taking it through. Then when you think about a Kobe or somebody, they'd be like, we played with the flu.
When you're performing at this level.
Yeah. You got to keep it moving.
You keep it moving.
Yeah. And then deal with it after the fact. Like, she stopped in the middle.
You keep it moving.
Yeah.
And you know, and I almost would have respected her more if she just would have sat it all the way out. 100%. If she wouldn't have came back and tried to compete on the beam. Like, if you were not feeling it, if you don't feel well, like, baby, take your time for you. And so I would hate to have known that maybe society pressured her to make her feel like she wanted to come back. But if you were going to just drop, you should have just dropped and never finished the competition. Because take care of yourself first. And I don't know what's worth you being an athlete. And picking and choosing when you want to show up, or you not. Like, take care of yourself. And so, because to some, as this gentleman said, it looks like you're a quitter. And you're not. But I will say, with her she took bronze on the beams last night. Like, it makes her, I think I read a stat, like, the most, she has the most medals that a woman has had. So I think that is awesome, if I'm saying that stat right. Might not be, but I'll come back to it. But
that could be a reason to make you jump back and play real quick. Let me break a record. Like, I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm just saying, if that stat is correct.
It wouldn't surprise me if now, there's this big athletes and mental health push that's going to come out from it.
It is.
Because we're just seeing so many athletes just come out and speak about it. And so.
And the back, like, if you look at backstories, I look at, like, Lamar Odom. Even though Lamar, Chloe's.
He over there thirst trapping over Chloe.
But he had mental health. So it is something that's been around. And I'm sure tons of people before him, like, it is something that they probably should invest and maybe have, like, a mental health component within organizations. Just like life skills or community something. Like, they should have that. Like, one of the great things that I did take away from the training camp today was that a lot of the Broncos are doing community things, but not only doing community things, they have someone that is there really guiding them and helping them. And I thought that is so great. So they have something like that within organizations that is also simply about guiding and working with your mental health. That would be amazing because it matters, folks. It matters, folks. But we still, we still mess with you, Simone. We just don't know if. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to call you a quitter. I don't want to call her a quitter, because I want to say I understand it, but she quit and she's back.
I'm not with it. Sorry.
She quit.
I'm sorry. I'm not with it.
You're not with it?
I'm not in the middle. Like I said, I would rather her take care of herself. So
yeah, real quick. What else is happening in the sports? I know we're probably...
Can we back up? I know we didn't talk about it, and I hate to. I feel like in these shows, I'm the bearer of bad news, of like telling people's stories, their bad ones, and so I have to call out Jeff Gladney, who was the cornerback for the Minnesota Vikings. He was indicted by the Texas grand jury for felony assault of a woman he was in a previous relationship with. And so domestic violence is a real thing, y'all. I don't condone it. Physical, emotional abuse, it's all the way wrong. And so for women or men, if you are ever in any situation where you need to get help, please reach out to someone before it's too late, because this could have easily been a different story. And so, but yeah, the Minnesota Vikings, said we're not here for that. You gotta go. You've been convicted. So, and it brings me up. I wonder what's going to happen to, Deshaun
Watson. Now, those cases are still pending.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know. I'm with you. And it's just a lot of exposure happening here lately. Like you said, people are just...
It's coming back 10 times quicker and faster. If you look like a guy like a Harvey Weinstein who ran
a whole sex little scheme.
What was
he doing? Which one is this?
Like the happy massages. The whole sex trafficking scheme for years.
Wow.
20, 30 years. And then it finally came back, and then he committed suicide.
Got you. This is the
one.
This is the one that had the jets and on the planes. He was the friends with Trump, right? But then there's another one. There's another Weinstein or something like that. He was on the news channel or something, or...
Oh, the director.
Yeah. I don't know those pervs' names, but...
I don't know. We shouldn't even give them any glory.
I know. None
at all. Don't need to know their name, but nah.
That's too bad. Well, before we go on a break, I know basketball's not your thing, but there's a lot of things happening in the NBA right now.
Okay.
Melo gone. Melo went on to LA. Carmelo Anthony.
Is that shocking for you? Tell me, basketball. And why is that shocking?
It probably was going to happen.
He won a ring?
It's because LeBron always building these dynamite teams. Now you got Melo over there. You got Russell Westbrook over there. They already had LeBron and the brow guy, Anthony. You got Howard over there. I'm like, dang, LeBron, I always bring him to him. But I did know, Carmelo Anthony and LeBron James and Chris Paul and Dwayne Wade are like brothers. So,
but Melo does not have a ring.
Melo does not have a ring. So he may be getting a ring before he gets on out of here.
And LeBron and them won a ring. Oh, no, not this one, but the one the year before.
Yes,
the year before.
Yep.
And that half-ass. Man, don't even talk to me about that COVID. It's the championship that has the black eye, it happened during COVID.
That's a tough one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I just wanted to mention Melo because, of course, Carmelo Anthony started his career with a Denver Nugget. He has bounced back. I know he got a lot of slack for leaving here, going to New York. Everyone thought, Lala, his then wife, had persuaded him because they wanted to be in the limelight. He and Kobe Bryant were extremely close, so I think there had been some talk at some point he was probably going to try and get to LA. I always knew that LeBron said he wanted to bring him, Chris Paul, all of his boys to be on one team. So I'm not shocked, but I am okay, Melo, get you a little ring before you tiptoe out the league, because he's approaching his late 30s. I think he's close to 38. So shout out to Carmelo Anthony, big trade moment.
It's cheating. I'm sorry, y'all, for me not to even watch. For me to not even be like a basketball fanatic. Like, it almost sounds suspect. Like, that's not fair.
It's the Russell Westbrook.
Is it fair?
Being over there.
Is
like,
it fair?
Russ? Okay, it's about to
Is
go
it fair
down.
though?
And then of course I think you're a big Curry fan. Curry re-signed a 4-year extension, $214 million. He plays with
Cold, are you mad at him? Pay him his money.
Yeah, so he is it Oakland Warriors? I believe the Warriors switched over, but he's a key player for the Warriors. And yeah, he just got an extension for 4 years, 200 and like I said, $16 million. So I think that says that will carry him all the way to the age of 38. So yeah, these young men are out here getting it, young and they getting it. And then of course you got Chris Paul, who we know was just this close to getting a ring with the Phoenix Suns.
He don't got no ring either.
Chris does not. This would have been his first ring. Unfortunately,
he couldn't.
Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks knocked him out. However, he opted out of his contract, kind of tested the waters, but he came right on back. So he actually got a large extension with the Phoenix Suns. So he'll be back with them. Pretty much probably going to end his career, retire from there. So, this is some tidbits. Of course, there's a lot of things going on in the NBA right now. Shout out to the Nuggets. They did some re-signing of some people and got some new folks. So, yeah, basketball season, although it's over, sports never stops. Sports is always going. So, shout out to the NBA because it's about to be all football for us, folks.
I'm ready.
Are you ready for some football?
I am.
I'm so ready. But with that, we are going to take a quick break. Please make sure you join us back for the second part of the F Effect. Go grab your drinks, grab your snacks, and we will see you in a bit.
Definitely affected by the gun violence. Lost hella people, lost hella cousins, all that.
But I feel like if we just talk a little bit more about situations, they'll probably be dead and faster than the beef even started. You know what I'm saying? Like, communication is key. Everybody just talk it out. We don't need to have no guns or nothing. It's okay. I feel like we can all come together as one, as long as we just put the petty aside,
Hey, welcome back. You know what it is. It's the F Effect. Shout out HILARi Network. Man, let's get into some foolery. We just talk all things sports. What is going on out there in the world?
Can we talk about the baby?
Indeed we can. First of all, folks, we broke the story last week. Let's just get it out there. We broke the story last week. Rapper DaBaby had a concert, smoking loud concert a couple weeks ago, and where he was drunk, and on the stage he made some shout outs. Put your lighter up if. One of those, put your lighter up if you don't have AIDS and no diseases. Put your lighter up. And then the other one was, if you're not
sucking dick.
If you're not a man sucking dick, then yeah, you put your lighter up. So we spoke about it last week. We talked about him standing on something, talked about him, you know, go. And now here we are today. Go for it.
Why y'all trying to cancel my man, baby? What is he, 24?
How you gonna
24.
cancel the little
No,
homie?
like, it is crazy. But let me just put it like this. If a black person or a white person or a Hispanic person say something about a black person, we ain't canceling it. We got a president that has attacked and put out a fucking news article on 5 black men, innocent black men. We ain't doing nothing about him. But since baby has an opinion that, listen, if you ain't sucking something in the car, put your lighter up. We want to cancel.
Lighters up.
If you don't got AIDS or HIV,
Philadelphia.
put your lighters up. Like, that should be something to be proud of. I don't got it. I'm gonna put my lighters up. What is the difference of you saying to all the women in the club,
said, I don't
if you got some money, put your hands up. All the women in the club, if you paying your bills, put your hands up. What's the difference? He's just saying that's his preference, but it's okay for our former president. It's okay for the former president.
You say I ain't got it. It's something to celebrate.
If I don't got it, I'm putting it up. I don't got it, man. Nah, man, don't cancel, baby. Don't cancel. But then baby did try to come back and be like, I ain't selling my soul. But now he back.
He definitely
and now he's like, oh, I'm apologizing.
He definitely backtracking. So after it immediately happened, he went on and he said something to the extent of like, you know, I apologize for not having the education, specifically talking about HIV and AIDS. But he really, with the suck dick part, was like, whatever. I gotta lose you so big, call people bitches and this for his comments. And the bag has started to drastically change.
He's
gotten dropped from the governor's ball.
Cold.
He's gotten dropped from La Palooza, however you say that.
Didn't he get dropped here in Denver?
He did. Not only did he get dropped, Denver had the nerve to cancel Summer Jam because he's their headliner, and I guess they can't get another headliner. He
just don't suck penis. and so we gonna go ahead and we gonna cancel him because he says that's not my preference?
Right. Because what if the comment would have been, shout out to all the dudes in the car licking coochie? You feel me? Like, because he supports that. How would we have felt about that, right? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Because he specified to the men sucking. You know, like, it's one of those things that is like such a, not double standard, but we are so like, quick to grab people for what they say and how they feel.
Right,
and then just cancel them. I don't care what you say. He is young. And when you young and your maturity level is not there, you're not there. He's drunk. He's on stage. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm not saying it's right that we have to cut him off.
And I see it's double standards too because this man is black. And I mean, we've seen it at the highest level from a political standpoint that one person can say something and it doesn't matter.
Yep.
A black man says something and he expresses his viewpoints or opinions and then OMG.
And specifically around homosexuality. It's always...
that's just not his preference. That's not his preference. For us to go and try to cancel him because that's not what he wants or he likes or... I just think it's crazy.
I think it's pretty crazy.
I mean, and he said he's learning. He's 24 years of age, but I mean,
I would have rather those people kept him on the ticket and said, okay, while you're here, we're going to have a panel discussion with you and X, Y, and Z. Or while you're here, we're going to tap into some things like feed into that brother, like educate him. I feel like let those people, us as black people, we need to stand behind him. We so quick to stand behind somebody when they get hurt or when they, you know, it's a right, but we gotta stand behind people when we fall. Like, we don't make mistakes. We don't mess up. That means when you mess up, you don't deserve like another like second chance. That don't even make sense to me. Like, that boy ain't even hit 30 yet. I'm sorry, that young man ain't even hit 30 yet. Like,
his brain is still developing.
He's still developing. He young with money.
We call him a young adult.
He young with money.
Youth, really. He's in the youth age.
Right. And I want to be very, very, very clear. I think the baby is intelligent. I think he does. I've heard him talk. I've heard things. I think that came up in his family. But I also think that when I say maturity, he's just not mature enough to know when to say what and when not to say it. I think his opinion is his opinion. I'm not against and now I'm trying to be tiptoeing around here. He has the right to say what he wants to say. I just think he has to get more mature to know, like, when you say things, where you say things, where you're around, because we all have thoughts and have opinions and feel certain ways, but that don't mean I gotta know how you feel.
Right.
You feel me? I ain't asked.
Friend, I just think we just in a sensitive.
We are sensitive. We are sensitive.
A hypersensitive.
We are sensitive.
You can't say nothing no more.
Yeah.
You can't look a certain way anymore.
You can't. That's what I'm saying. If he would have said it another way, he might have offended another group of people.
There's no win-win here, baby. We support you, the baby.
Thank you for da baby.
I support like him and having his freedom of his opinion.
Yeah.
His perspective. So
right, wrong, or in between. Like, yeah.
That's who he is.
That's his opinion, and so be it. But I'm with you to the baby. Speaking of the baby, looks like Danny Lee said that the baby might be the baby daddy of her.
And how did
baby.
She do it? How did she say it though?
And so she just did a little subliminal message on Instagram, Twitter, that just said #debump. So she showed her baby bump and it just said debump. And then I think he supposedly hashtag back the biggest. So I don't know, he's like the biggest news.
And then the biggest?
The biggest, I'm not sure. Again, that is just like subliminally saying it. They have not come out and say that's the father of my child, but I mean, pretty much sources are saying
together.
That's her way of announcing it. That was her baby.
That was her baby.
Yeah, some other foolery. What else is happening?
Man, I came across this article and I was like, no way did this happen in a jail. So three inmates in an Oklahoma City jail were found with a hibachi style grill. What? Smoking inside their cell.
Smoking what, cigarette?
With marijuana. And had a cell phone.
Girl, stop.
Wait, but a hibachi style grill. They in there
living it up. Smoking a little reefer.
Marijuana.
Got a little reefer on deck.
With a hibachi style grill. What's going on, Oklahoma?
In Oklahoma.
What's going on, Oklahoma? And they 3 black inmates.
Oh,
and they was in there caught bragging.
And somebody ran up on
bragging.
Them. They in there making hibachi and selling it.
Y'all got steak and stuff all on it. Did y'all have shrimp? That's what I want to know.
Where did the food come from? That had to be another import.
Which brings me to the question, are we over-accommodating in some of these prisons? Are we over-accommodating in some of these jails? Because, come on, y'all making hibachi? Where the security guards?
Shit, what I hear
Why would I want to leave? I got hibachi right here. I got marijuana.
Oklahoma, these little state jails, the state.
Yeah. Why am I leaving?
Well, I don't know if we want to go that far to say over accommodating. I don't know if any jail gets. I don't know. Because over accommodating to me mean I got a nice plush mattress, I got fresh towels. Like, I don't think none of that's happening. These are just some hustlers that know how to get it when to get it. Like,
I mean, some of these jails got cable TV.
That is true. Feds, when you talking Fed time,
you get to go ahead and soup up your...
You right, they be playing PlayStations and stuff.
Not PlayStations.
You know they do.
Soup up your
got zebra cakes and shit on deck.
You know. So I'm like, that's over accommodating. Versus watching a person who's been locked up for 23 hours and you get 1 hour to get out, wash your butt, eat, and, hit the gym. No,
that sounds like
real.
A tough one. Yeah, that is a real thing.
Now, if all jails were like that, I bet you we'll be in a different system.
But you got to think, jails is politics. It's like little cities and, them guards is taking cuts. Everybody get a piece of the pie to make shit work. So I'm sure that hibachi
Even
grill,
at the highest level,
that hibachi grill took he had to pay some kind of cost. A little cost to be the boss with the.
What kind of cost did
he
you pay?
Do something. Somebody had slide somebody something.
He was dancing in that shower.
Nah, I see. I ain't think about that.
You said someone had to slide.
I'm just saying he probably had to slide the guard a little something. Maybe get him a little plate or something. I don't know. I'm saying there was some exchange for sure.
Okay, it was just food. The exchange was food, y'all.
Now, let's be clear. That one is close to getting our WTF moment, but we got to talk about some shit. We got to talk about our clearly what the fuck moment this week.
What is it?
So, legendary rapper Ice-T. Y'all might know him from,
is it?
what?
SBW?
Colors. Colors. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about
That's
He
cute.
also has a long run, 20 plus years on Law and Order SVU. Forgot, you know, he switched over.
SVW.
SVW. SVU.
Like
Yeah,
I
y'all
said,
noticed we had no drink today. It's too much. That's that Bronco little training camp. It was a enjoyable time.
No.
I said it. You got it. I said it. Enjoyable for so many other reasons in the Broncos. But anywho, back to Ice-T. So Ice-T has a wife who he's been with for really almost 20 years, Coco. Coco was like this.
Yeah.
When she came on the scene, they got together. People was like, "Oh my goodness!"
Was she a porn star?
Yeah, she almost was like a porn star dancer. I don't want to put that
like
on
Molly,
her, but
okay.
yeah,
Molly
big
Parton.
titties, fake titties, white blonde hair. You know, we were like,
Wow.
And now 20 years later, they're still going strong. They have a daughter by the name of Chanel, and Chanel's
Coco
5 years
Chanel.
old. Yeah, ain't it cute?
It's cute.
Coco and Chanel. Chanel is 5 years old, and yeah, Chanel still gets breastfed. I just wanted you to sit in that for a minute. So she's 5 years old.
I got crickets.
I say it again. She's 5 years old. I mean, she's walking, she's talking, she's got teeth. Everything's happening, and she is still latching on to her mother's bosom. Coco, the mother, defends this and says, "Hey, listen, she wants what she wants. I'm not going to take away something that I know she wants. It's comfort. She finds comfort in it, as in Chanel, the daughter, does, and so Coco still allows that. Coco also believes it's the ultimate connection and bonding time for her and her 5-year-old daughter." Coco goes on to say, you know, I let her make her choices, so she gets to decide where she sleeps. So Coco implied that her and Ice-T don't get busy because she wants to sleep with them, and she also gets to decide when she goes to bed. Coco made it clear they're an entertaining type of family. You know, T's up late in the studio sometimes. I'm like, studio? Does he drop something? But I don't know. And she entertains. So little Chanel sometimes goes to bed at 2 a.m. and maybe gets up around noon the next day.
I have so much that I want to say here. I'm letting you go on,
I know.
and I just
I'm
keep
just trying to
asking
give you the whole
questions.
shebang. I wanna give it all to
I
you.
just like keep pondering
Yeah.
on, like, okay, another question. Go ahead.
So this definitely for us folks hit us with the what the fuck moment, because I listen, as I'm speaking on it, I'm like, first of all, this young lady got teeth and is lashing on. Cause what I tell you, like, if that's the case, can you put it in you pump, put in a little cup, warm it up for her or something? But yeah, what you gotta say? What the fuck?
When did kids start running the parent? 1. 2. Why? It makes no sense. If you want to cuddle, you want to get affectionate with your kid, there is another way than the titty in the mouth. If you are able to wipe your have a conversation, tell me what you want, you can get off this titty. Now, and I know in third world countries, most women are breastfeeding their children until the age of 6. That is a fact. But we ain't in no third world country, and we don't gotta do that.
And we don't have to do that.
We don't gotta do
right?
that.
They do that because they have to.
We don't gotta do that. We don't. So I'm just trying to, like, why?
And I know they say that
Why?
there's like benefits, you know, and it's so much better for your kid, and I get it. I'm just saying, why does it have to be latched like that? Can't it pump out and you feed? Because I could get you pumping, just having, you know, bottles, and maybe that's just, you know, you that's an afternoon snack or something. You wheel that in with some cookies. I don't know.
Did she say how long she plans to continue breastfeeding? That's the question.
She said until she no longer wants it. And by she, I mean Chanel, the daughter. She says she wants it. She says it's not like she's forcing it on her. She's making her want. She wants it.
So
and
what if I'm 20 and I want the titty? Is that how far she going?
I don't.
I mean, there's a whole new like body of people that are coming out pushing new initiatives.
Yeah.
Such as breastfeeding. Isn't there? Were you telling me about the lady who was pushing incest?
Yeah, there was a whole story
Oh.
about a lady and the people that are pushing it. Like, again, I don't have that right here in the deets for you. You know, I like to give you a little something to support that. But yeah, there's pushing and why incest is okay and why mating with your kid is okay. And I'm not sure where we got to from this because
I mean, because if we made with you breastfeeding, at what age do you say I'm not?
What
And
age? That's the question. What age do you knock off breastfeeding? especially breastfeeding where your kid is again latching on. Because again, you can breastfeed and you can pump. And you could just say, I'm going to pump it till it dries up. But then there's something else about actually putting the mouth and connecting and having that bonding. So to me, this was a what the fuck. I'd love to hear from y'all. Let's get comments. Maybe you know somebody that breastfed. You know, I've heard people that said they went, you know, up to 18 months, which is like 18 months to 5. That ain't nothing, right?
You know, my mama said she breastfed me till I was 2.
Okay.
That's okay. I'll give you 2.
24 months too.
But you know when
I
she
might
said
give
she
you
had
3.
to stop? When she said I was trying to go lift up my auntie's breast to go and try to
get some of that.
Get some milk. Then it's time.
I do think it's up to you to make the decision. I don't know if the kid needs to make the decision, but I don't know. Like maybe
Teach his own.
Teach his own. Teach his
Your
own.
household. Let
Teach
you
his
run
own.
it.
But I definitely think with all of that, I was just like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, kids are running. They get to, I want to go to bed when I want to go to bed. I want to suck your titty now. I'm sorry.
Right now.
Right now. Mom,
you
right.
can tell
She
me-
even calling her mom.
Coco now. Titty. Which one left? Right now.
Hold on, I have to go to the bathroom. Like, if you can do that shit.
I want to suck it
I
now,
want to suck it
Mom.
now. I'm not going to bed. I'm up all night. Like, you just up all night with tea and cocoa? You just chilling, Chanel? Take your ass to bed. Like, what now? At some point, parents, like, kids don't even know that you need to get sufficient sleep. You need to be in bed here. You need to eat this. Like, that's the case.
That's why she's still sucking the titty.
Yeah, and she probably eat chicken nuggets every night, man. It's not
Don't
even
do her
cool.
like that.
Like, hopefully
do
she's
her
getting
like
some
that.
broccoli or something in there. So, yeah, folks, that was our what the fuck moment. Definitely chime in and let us know what y'all think about that. If we tripping, or are we in the row, or we just like delusional, or is that really like a what the fuck type of deal? Because I think it's a what the fucker. You did?
It's just shocking at this day in this day and age, but
Yeah.
Can we talk about, I know we mentioned Cuomo, Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York earlier this year, that he was under investigation for sexual harassment. And I think the picture that we used was him like kissing a girl on the cheek.
On the cheek, I do remember.
And at that time, when the investigation was going on, President Biden was asked, like, once the investigation is concluded and if he is found guilty, will you call for him to resign? And Biden said, yes, I would. Mind you, this is Andrew Cuomo. Didn't he win an Emmy?
Yeah, I was
This
gonna
guy-
say he's a star during the whole COVID, during the pandemic. He
His
stood
presence
up.
was
Yep.
great. It was
He called out Trump. He did. He had
Right.
He stood out. Like he was like the
Big man
savior
on campus,
governor.
right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
guess what? Like we said, skeletons is coming out. This man has been found. Like the allegations are true. The investigation is complete, and he nasty. I'm sorry. He's
Stop it.
He's the
Stop.
perv.
So he
I'm
has
gonna
been
say
found.
he's a
He went to
perv.
trial and he was found
Well,
guilty.
he's not on. I don't think it's on trial yet. I think there's just doing like a thorough
Preliminary
investigation.
type
Yeah,
deal.
just to see the grounds of the accusations, and based on that investigation, he's 100% been found. You know, like
I was
he's done
rude.
it. He's done it. He's did it. He's a perv. That's all I'm gonna say. He's a perv.
Innocent until proven guilty, and he was proven guilty.
And so Biden is now asking for him to
resign. Okay, Biden standing by his word.
By his word and saying, "Got to go, Como."
Wow.
How come we couldn't do that with former President Trump?
Right? Because what? When he came out, he was
How come we
supposedly
couldn't do that?
he was supposed to get indicted or something, or wouldn't he afterwards? Like once he's done and out of office, indictment.
And then,
Good for you, Biden, though. And so I do know, what's his name again?
Andrew Cuomo.
Andrew Cuomo. So his brother was very popular. Very popular. Chris Cuomo, CNN. So what's he talking about?
You know, they have a gag order on Chris Cuomo, I think, due to a conflict of interest and how close he is with his brother. He was doing some consulting for the team that we heard prior.
Oh, wow.
And now,
Whoa.
They're like, he can't say anything about it. And I think the CNN network, like, people have called in and want him to speak on it. And the only thing that he has stated is that he can't say anything about it.
Wow.
So I'm sure this is a huge blow to the family, very tight-knit family, all in politics. Their father is well known, and then this blow. And so, once again, people, what you keep in the dark
will always come to the light.
Will always come to light.
And they were funny too. They used to throw dags at each other, and that's just unfortunate. Gotta go.
Yeah.
Did the crime, got to do the time. So you gotta go.
Also, can we, let's since we're on Biden, we might as well stay here. I'm just like them urging people, companies at a state level for people to be vaccinated or to encourage employers to increase vaccinations. And so I just think that it's interesting.
It's so interesting.
It's interesting, and the things that just make you say,
I mean, it's we knew this was coming. We knew it. When you look at, you had talked about passports. Like, there's several countries that are now really pushing the travel passports. Yeah. The NFL is still having this big old debacle because it's like coaches are like, nope, make all the players be vaccinated. And players are like, nah, I don't want to. Just when we talk about schools starting back up, so many are saying mask mandate if you are not vaccinated. So now we're saying kids, you want to be free in school and don't wear a mask, get vaccinated. Yeah. We are seeing it. There will be the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah,
the dids and the did nots. Is that a thing? Like
who did it?
Who did? Yeah, like it is going to be so divided, and we knew this was coming because the goal is to get everyone vaccinated. And so now, here you come about to be the outcast. Here you come about to not be able to have the same privileges, and then you're going to feel some type of way, which ultimately you're going to say, okay, well, I'll just get vaccinated. It's like, quit with the bullshit. Like, if you're going to mandate it and say, do that, because, you're doing all these other little ways, which ultimately is going to be, you got to have it. You got to have it to work, to travel, to do anything. And I'm like, man, where's that going to stand for individuals that are just like, no, and no?
It's a sticky situation, but it is evolving very quickly. All I'm going to tell people is get educated, make the best decision for you and your family. But I want to make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
That's it. Make it make sense on all levels when asking people to get vaccinated.
Yep.
So
provide information, provide accurate information, provide real numbers, provide real, not even results, but there's just so much. They probably can't even give you that. But provide, like, I'm still over the fact that test dummies, they skipped a whole phase of testing, even testing out
animals.
On this and testing animals. They went right to people,
as the test dummies, and I think that, and again, like we've talked about it, we're seeing this play out on a bigger level within our political system.
Yep.
Because those who are mostly in the Bible Belt state in the South are against requiring vaccinations. We have seen, for instance, Governor Ron DeSantis threaten cruise ships for mandating their passengers be vaccinated. And he's like, well, if you're going to require them here, you can't port here. And right now, Governor, he's in the news again because he's like, forget this. Any school that is mandating a mask mandate due to the COVID variant, I will threaten funding. He is against wearing masks. He believes that everything that is going on is a hype. And he's not the only governor that feels this way. He's not. And so I think, people better open up. And it's not black people.
It's not. And they tell you all the time.
It's black people are not holding up the rate of vaccinations.
Yeah. They keep saying it's people of color, it's the people of color. And it's like, well, yeah, but is it? Because there's so many white conservatives, Republicans, it's like, nope, heck no, and have been for that. They ain't been saying forget a mask. Like I said, I don't think Texas ever shut down, right? Like there's places, Georgia, like there's so many places that never shut down because there are so many governors and this that are like, yeah, this is BS. So, we I know you're probably like we hit on it every week, and we're gonna continue to hit on it every week because this COVID thing, it has not left. It came, took us by storm, and it's still lurking. It's still lurking. And again, we talk about this second or the Delta variants, and I'm like, well, where are those numbers? Who? What is that? How are you determining this variant versus this variant? It's just a lot.
What's happening in countries like Africa? What's happening in places like Senegal? Like, let's start having a conversation where there is a low transmission rate, either because of herd immunity has taken effect or not. But we're not hearing those stories, right? And they're out there. And so, man, people, do your research.
They are. And we still hearing the stories of such and such was fully vaccinated.
Did you say got COVID?
Just a coach or a general manager for one of the footballs. They fully vaccinated and now has tested positive. So I think in Tokyo in the Olympics, they're saying like they're to a point where beds or they don't have any more hospital beds because the numbers are just increasing so rapidly, right? So yeah, again, media controls everything. I feel like, that we knew this was a possibility, even with going in and saying we're going to move forward with the Olympics, right? So yeah, it's just one of those like, COVID, go away. Come again some other day.
Oh my gosh. It's here to stay.
It's here to stay, Shouty. It is. So yeah, I know we're about ready to get into our fashion segment. I definitely got to just tap into this one thing. Okay, I'm not trying to scare nobody. I just want you to stay woke. So we know there was a stampede takeover of the Capitol building.
Oh, okay, yeah, the resurrection.
You got it what? The resurrection?
Insurrection.
Oh, I don't like it. I don't like the sound of it. I don't like it. I'm sorry, I'm going there. I don't like nothing in directions, nothing. Anywho, okay, yes. I was like, well, no, resurrection, my bad. I'm not hearing great today, folks. My fault. But anywho, we all know that happened. That was this year, right? Girl, time flies. That was 2020, right? Top of this year. That was January. I thought so. Yeah. Since then, so from now until I think the last one was July 10th, 4 officers who were there on that day and who were actively serving and guarding the entry have committed suicide. I want you to sit with that because I understand it was a traumatic experience. 1, got it. 2, oh wow, 3, 4.
Sounds a little suspect.
That's some shit that gotta make you say, First of all, I don't take suicide lightly.
Suicide, okay.
All 4. Suicide is not a light topic. Again, as you said earlier, if you're going through some stuff, make sure you talk to somebody, you get with somebody. Your life matters, folks, okay? So 100%. Anybody that has experienced that as a loved one, has watched someone, whatever, that it's an awful thing. So, our hearts and condolences to these 4 officers and their families. But I just think it's just a little coincidence.
What are you trying to put out there, HILARi?
I ain't put nothing out there. Don't follow me. Don't tap in on me, FBI. I don't want no parts. I'm just saying, 4 of the officers from this event committed suicide.
Yeah. It's almost one of those things that make you say,
It does make you say, You see this shit on movies, and it's like usually them suicides was a little bit more premeditated.
Right.
I'm not saying that. This is my opinion, and I'm just talking, and I'm just saying some scenarios. It just seems very, suspicious. Was somebody telling somebody to shut up? Was this too much talking? Was it was somebody about to give up and speak?
Or was
chirp
it just
like a
the
bird?
Guilt that they were some cops that took a beating, and they haven't.
Because they say they were threatened and beaten, and so it just mentally, trauma. That's a mental health, right?
Right. So
it's a mental health
that is just, can't believe that it happened. Before? So then I want to say,
Four
that if you knew that your officers were struggling, right? Then what did you guys do?
Right. Because after the second one, it seems
protect
like
the
you'd be
Capitol
like,
Police?
the first one, you're going to already say, okay, we need to put some stuff into play
Right.
to talk to these guys. Number two, we need to do some intentional, like some check-ins, some groups. Three,
Yeah.
let's look at something internally here. What's happening? Four, it's like, come on. Like,
We need an internal investigation.
We need
at
an
this
internal
point in time
investigation
to make sure that we are adhering to our cops' mental
health and what is
stability.
going on. Because I'm like, my first thought was like, this again, movie stuff. Was it a suicide chain? Movie stuff, where they all say we're going to take our lives on this day, but they were all different days, right? Like,
Girl.
no, you don't remember the little girls be like, we're going to suicide chain. It was a movie or
Like
something.
those cult deaths.
Yeah, exactly. Exactamundo. Like, I don't know. I'm just trying to always give benefit of the doubt and try to think of it like, well, because that shit is hella ironic. That 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and again, with going into it, I didn't see how close these individuals were, if they were like, but that seems crazy. I just wanted to put that out there. You guys go and do your own research, your own investigation. It may be nothing. It may just be a coincidence.
It better not happen again, babe.
A fifth one is no. A fifth one, y'all know something going down.
Ready for it? No more.
Yeah, we'll see. So yeah, I just wanted to give that little tad bit before we got into our fashion. As always, y'all know we try and keep you gully with the sports, a little foolery, and then we always take you out with fashion. My sincerest apologies. The fashion department went on vacation last week, so we didn't have a fashion segment last week, but nevertheless, we've got something to bring to you today. So speaking of just sports and basketball, most recently,
I was about to be like, it better not be a Patrick Mahomes or a Travis Kelce pick, because we know she gets stuck on them often, y'all. You got somebody from KC?
No, but I'm going to thank you. I'm going to try and focus more on some KC individuals. Thank you for that. But anywho, this week's segment is featuring the fine gentlemen of the NBA Draft 2021.
About time.
Yeah, so
about KC.
Stop. So the NBA Draft took place July 29, 2021. And that's when young athletes from colleges, D-League, they show up to see where they're going, if they going. Because not everybody going, just to be clear. Some of them sit out there looking real cute and don't even get called. So the draft is when you get selected by the famous NBA team and you move forward and become a player, right? And so this is where you show up and you show out. You want to look good, you want to feel good, you bring your family, your mama, everybody sit at a table and just pray and fingers crossed that you get called. And when your name gets called, you walk up on stage, you grab the hat that has the team that is now recruiting you, and you shake the commissioner's hand, you take your picture, and it's done. You start working with that team. So congratulations to all these young men who have now, signed the golden ticket, headed to the NBA. So first off here, here's the thing. I think that my theme that I want to give them, friend, is SNS. Ask what SNS means.
What does SNS mean?
Solids and no socks. That's what I saw was the trend.
Solids and no
Solids
socks.
and no socks. That was the trend of the NBA
socks.
draft.
SNS.
Solid colors, no socks. So our first person was he came in a smooth all tangerine. If you look down in your arm, his name was Jonathan Kuminga. He was drafted. Again, my computer's giving me a little delay, so unfortunately I don't have the teams that they were drafted to, but please feel free to Google that, Google that stuff. Jonathan Kuminga came out in an all tangerine with no socks. Black shoes. I thought this one. How you feel about this? What'd you think?
I just be thinking of gangrene or something in your toenails when you don't wear no socks.
Stop. This is
Y'all
one
know,
night.
You
One
know,
night.
You know what mamas tell
One
you.
night.
You better get you some socks on. Don't you leave this house without no socks. That's what I think of.
That's true.
That's what I think
You
of,
probably
but
put a little
okay.
powder in there, you know,
Okay.
soften it up, you know, kill the
I
sweat.
like it. I like it. I like to see a man's ankles.
Do you? You like this color? You like this tangerine? Or is that a little too much?
it.
On the skin complexion, it goes. I like it. It works for me 100%. All right, let's go to the next. Let's see who else. Again, remember I said the theme is solids, no socks.
Solids, no socks. Give it to me.
Let's see. I think the next one we got up, I'm just giving it a little second, you know, trying to work with the team here.
Okay.
But again, it was very, you know, one thing that I definitely questioned during the NBA draft, seeing all these men folks in these nice suits. Okay, we got the next one up. Where are they getting all this money from? Because you broke. We'll talk about that later. But here we have the solid mint green.
Love the color.
I love the color too. This is Evan Mobley. I love the mint green. And you see, no socks with the black and white shoes. I like that little black and white contrast in there, so that works for me.
The color is everything to me.
Yeah. Super, super dope. This is a good color. It looks good again on his skin complexion.
Makes me want to eat some candy or something. No, it doesn't. Like, damn, it's making me want to pop a Jolly Rancher.
Want to pop a little Jolly
Rancher? Yeah, he looks delicious in the color.
And so as he pulls up the next pic, like, again, just talking about all these young men look so great. But I mean, I saw red bottoms and everything. And I'm like, how are they getting this money? So here, this young man.
What it look like?
Take a look at this one. This is straight bell bottoms.
Bell bottoms.
How do you feel about this? This is straight silver bell bottom two-piece. Real groovy, real roll bounce. You know, that's what I got from this.
It's not my steez, but it might work for him. Like, if a man, he's trying to bring back the bell bottoms in the suit.
It's the 70s era. That's what I said. Because at first I'd be like,
bringing them back.
I don't know if I like bell bottoms on a man, but they did used to rock it. He did pretty good with that.
Because women are killing the game.
We
now
are
you got
killing
the
the game.
high-waisted
The high-waisted ones with all the slits in them.
Right, booty tight in there.
Right.
You be like, I ain't never seen bell bottoms look so
Bell
good.
bottoms are so in.
Right.
So then
but
here's
on a
another.
man?
Yeah, he did it. So here's another silver without the bell bottoms, right? So this silver from head to toe. This is Jalen Suggs. And I like this one. Again, there's the ankle action. No socks. Very smooth, black. I like the black bow tie with the black shoes. But, he came and it's a nice one. Real nice platinum.
I'm not really sold by the color this soon. And I mean, we're still in summer. I'm not sold. I'm not sold by it. I'm thinking that's more
you thinking
of a
we
fall.
still in summer. Wait till you see one of these little
I'm
fits
thinking we're
on
more
here.
in a fall type, like spring.
Yeah,
Not even spring.
But
Winter,
again, they're
fall
sitting.
and
They're
winter,
sitting
fall and winter
inside.
colors,
So
fall
so
and
what
winter
you talking
colors.
about? Spring.
Fall.
Take a look at my man right here. He hit us with the all white monochromatic suit.
It's
But he
before
hit
Labor
us.
Day.
But it's not. It's what you just said. My man got on a turtleneck.
Oh my God.
You didn't look closely. It's a T-neck on there.
I can't really see.
See, I don't understand how you balance out a turtleneck and no socks. Because if you got on a turtleneck,
Then you might as well
then you
put on
need
the
some socks. And if you
gotta
got
put
on
on
no
the socks.
socks, you
don't
can't be
need the
wearing a
turtleneck.
turtleneck. So your top is heavy, your top is cold.
I've
But you
always
bottom-
felt crazy
your
as
bottom
a
bang.
woman. The girls who be walking around with shorts and a long sleeve shirt. I've always been confused by that a little bit.
Well, fashion does
I've
say.
always
So let me
been
give you a
little
fashion
bit like,
tidbit.
You hot or you cold?
Fashion does say balances everything. So they say if you go super, super short, you should balance with longer sleeve. If you go short, like spaghetti strap, you can balance it with a boot cut or something. So fashion does say that you can balance those things. You go light one place, you can go heavy another place. But he went heavy all in.
I still don't make sense.
He had a turtleneck with a jacket over it, with pants, and then no socks. So he was totally off balance. How you feeling about this powder pink?
Love it.
This is Kaya Jones.
Love it. Any man that can pull off pink, I'm with it.
With no socks and the cream shoes. Got a cream loafer on. So you like the powder pink?
I love the powder pink.
He's just trying to be cute. I got a friend that said anytime a man wear pink, he's trying to be cute. So he's trying to be cute.
I'm calling no man cute. I don't know how.
Well, that's what he said. Pink is a color that you always said cute. When you see the baby with pink on, you be like, she cute.
Ooh, you cute. Don't call me cute.
Well,
as a man.
I think that's what he was trying to imply. And then lastly, I like this one just because it has the super-sized houndstooth. So you know houndstooth, that little black and white kind of checkered design. It's very popular, been around forever. So yeah, it was a pretty solid basic suit. This is Isaiah Jackson. I love it.
I see you, Isaiah.
This one was my standout because I like just that little hit, and then he still balanced it out, and he kept it kind of sporty with the white tennis shoes. No collar shirt. So yeah, he was my prize pick. So these are just a few of what these young rich and getting it brothers was stunting on them at the NBA draft 2021. Again,
I'm with you. Where the money coming from?
I'm still asking where and then, I don't want to start no trouble. I don't want to start no trouble because we support y'all. So it's probably not even none of our business.
I mean, what we didn't talk about was what is the Big 12? No, the SC.
Yeah, a couple teams that left the Big 12. I know my computer went out. I'm sorry, y'all don't have my solid notes, but a couple teams that left the Big 12, and now they're saying, like, what is the future of the Big 12? Will there be a Big 12? Will conferences all be demolished?
Its own league.
Yeah, will the NCAA be totally demolished? And now it's just a little league, especially
things are changing.
Especially now they can do the likes. You know what I'm saying? You can do the likes and images and things like that. So things are constantly changing. But these are young brothers that's about to go and get the check. But yeah, I still want to know, where y'all getting all that front money from. Because I'm talking about they was walking in with red bottoms. Now, they could be knockoffs, right?
Oh, okay.
It could be. Okay. You just stunned and people going to think you got it because you got it.
To the little side hood store.
Maybe.
In the hood.
Maybe. But some of that, I'm like, is that a Rolex? Is them like Louis Vuittons? Like, yeah, they was out there stunting. So, again, shout out to the young men that were looking nice and stylish. And always stay tuned for next week's fashion segment. Y'all know we like to look fly and we like to see other people looking fly.
And I love to look at guys looking fly.
Looking fly. It's nothing like a man with a good little tailored suit on.
With an ankle showing.
With an ankle showing. What? I don't want to see no anklet, but I can see the ankle.
Well, now you're going to see it. Now you're going to
You okay with an anklet?
Well, yeah.
You okay with an anklet?
No, nor am I.
Because I feel like we already had an anklet talk.
Nor am I okay with my guy painting his toenails. Because that's a big thing now.
Yo, I went to the nail salon.
We got fingernail polish coming out
by Little Yachty. Hey, Little Yachty doing a little hers. And I'm like, what's the difference? Ain't no fingernail polish made for his and her already, but
it's already unisex.
It's
already unisex in that case.
Like, why unisex polish? Ain't it already?
It make you want to be like, well, why are men's nail beds different than women's? Like, does it hold?
Maybe it's not as shiny.
Differently?
Maybe it's more like a matte line because guys don't want to shine.
Come on. Come on, Little Yachty. You really had to go and make a fingernail polish? He wanted to make that money. He wanted to make that money.
Where the dollar reside? Where the dollar reside?
To answer your question, no, I don't want my man in no anklet, no fingernail polish, and no toe rings.
No. Oh, if I catch a man with a toe ring, we having a conversation. I don't want it. Not a toe.
I don't want a toe ring.
You seen the toe ring on a?
Those
on
New
a man you were attracted
to? Listen. I done seen a couple of New York brothers out here with toenail designs.
Yo, I did walk in the nail shop.
Rings. No, they be full-fledged and they swear up and down that they just brothers.
They brothers. And they are. I did walk in the nail shop with a couple. And they were getting mani-pedis, which is, I think, totally okay for any man to get a mani and pedi. Just get it buff. No, get it shine and buff.
Let Jamal walk in the house with a toe ring.
I didn't say toe ring, but I did say, I did see them get them toes done. I'm okay with a mani-pedi. Buff or shine, no polish. This man got a polish on every other toe. So he had a dark purple, a black. He went to a little gray.
He was being excited
with his lady though, and I was like, "Word!" Like, and I wanted to say, "Is this the new thing?" Because maybe it's just very metrosexual. I don't know, but
so if he's doing that, I wonder what else they're doing.
Stop! You're gonna get us canceled. Stop! Would you relax? What do you imply? And you can get men, you can get your toes done, okay? You can get it.
Listen, you better not come in my crib with no toe ring.
I am not for a toe ring.
Colors on your toes or anklet, I'ma look at you crazy.
I don't want none of that either. I'm suspect with a little nose ring, so I don't want to see it for my guy, but it may be for your guy. I don't want to. Again, people live your life how you want. So if you want to get them toes every other color, it's totally up to you. I just don't prefer it for me.
What's next? Lipstick? No.
Yeah.
You have a universal lipstick line for me?
100% and mascara. I think the mascara and the eyeliner is coming out soon.
But I just want my lips red. It's coming.
No, he wants to stand out.
It's the new
they want their eyes
of
and their lips to stand out.
Men do?
Yeah, they want the attention that we get. That's all this is about, Sade. They want to get that. Yeah, they want a little bit of extra attention. So let me put my lip gloss on. And then, because I have definitely seen men, like, I'm just trying to give some backing. I really don't know. I just assume that it's, just like us. When we put on lip gloss, we want to be cute and we want to be seen.
Okay, well, you go get you some chapstick. Not no lip gloss.
If you want to be cute and you want to be seen, then get some lip gloss. You want to be cute, you want to be seen, paint your toes.
Or put on a toe.
I'm out. Because I was about to say, don't put on a toe ring. I'm gone. All right, folks, that's another show for us. Whole bunch of foolery today. Glad y'all joined us to hear all things sports, football, foolery, and then, of course, our fashion segment. I'm trying to think. You got anything happening this week? Anything coming up the people should know about? Anything worth talking about? Shout outs?
I'm in your city in a red Bronco hat.
Oh, you're going to be headed to Kansas City.
In a red Bronco hat.
I can't save you. I want to save you, but don't start no trouble. I'm not with. Okay.
Red's my favorite color, and I just happened to find a Broncos hat that's red.
Man, we out of here. First, let's just have a conversation. I appreciate the love though, because it took you probably a little bit to find that all red Bronco hats, which happens to go with the colors of the Chiefs, which just happens to be red and yellow. So I appreciate
ketchup and mustard. You know what it is.
Ketchup and mustard. Yeah. You got some ketchup over there now, I see.
No.
So have a wonderful trip in KC. I think that's going to be great. I think if you can get a second, go by the Kauffman Stadium, go by Arrowhead, maybe 18th and Vine, get a little jazz in you, a little Black history.
You're talking as if you're not going to be there.
Well, I'm just saying, these are some of the things that I'm just wanting to throw your way.
I ain't going by your stadium. That's what I'm not doing.
Well, folks, again, whatever you have going on this week, we hope you have a great week. It's always a pleasure to kick it with y'all. Tuesdays, 8 p.m. right here on what?
AHRR Network.
Yay. Thank you for joining us. Remember to comment, to like, spread the word. We hope to see y'all again next week. God bless. Peace.